Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States on a Sunday afternoon. It is 4 o'clock, and that can only mean that it's time for Kaachee Time. So we've been having some issues with Video Ninja as far as feedback and stuff. So we're just going to use Discord for the audio today, and basically going to get Kaachee and I's dialogue, although we won't get too much of his screen his game sound or stuff on the screen. We're not going to get to it, so it's pretty much going to be our voices. We're going to do that. Today, Kaachee would like to show off some Roblox Studio work that he's been doing, some game development on his game Dummy Defense. He and his friends have been working very hard, learning the programming, learning the coding and everything. He's got a lot to show you today. So we're going to do a 1-hour stream of that, and I'll let Kaachee walk you through all of that kind of stuff, and we'll ask him questions. It'll kind of be like an interview showcase kind of deal. He could show you what he's been working on. I think you'll be very, very impressed. I know I'm super impressed and super proud of him for doing this. And without further ado, let us first get Kaachee on the microphone here. There he is. Kaachee, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, we can hear you.
I can like hear myself, and I can hear the music too.
Uh-oh.
From your end.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. That's going to be a little distracting. I hadn't quite planned on that. Let me think about that as this goes on, and maybe I can remember the fix for that, okay?
Okay.
It might be monitor out only for that. But yeah, okay, I can't think of that right off. Let's switch to the screen and let's just get it started anyway. And as the stream goes on, maybe I'll be able to figure that out. Think about that. All right.
Okay.
So I'm switching over to your screen now. Okay. And why don't you give the viewers here a little bit of a rundown on
All right. So
what you're doing here.
So. Okay. Yeah. You go first.
Yeah, and of course, viewers, if you want, you can type questions. If you have questions, type them into the chat, and I'll ask Kaachee, and we'll see what kind of responses we get.
Okay. So these starting from, you see this guy with the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Starting from here all the way to these two guys with a pistol are all like available towers right now.
Okay, so Dummy Defense is a game that's a tower defense based kind of game, right?
Yeah.
So any of you who have played Tower Defense Simulator or Tower Blitz?
Yeah, Tower Blitz, or just any type of tower defense game like Tower Battles, Critical Tower Defense, just any type of those tower defense games, you probably know the basics.
Yeah, and so that's the model for this kind of game. So that's the kind of game that Kaachee's building here. And so you get certain towers, and then you build them up. You build up their strength and their abilities and stuff. So
yeah. So what you're looking at right now is infantry and all of its levels. So this infantry will be the starter tower. So he has all idle animations.
All right, and it goes lowest to highest from left to right, correct?
Yeah, level 0 to level 3. Level 0 to level 3.
Okay, cool.
So here's the idle animation. That's going to pretty much last for every single one except for... So it's going to last until the last level.
All right, so idle animation. So for those of you who aren't familiar with game developing, but you have seen this in games. So when you have a certain character and they're just sitting there idly, they have this kind of animation where they're bouncing away. So Kaachee's applied that to all of his towers.
Yeah, and also this is attack animation that also lasts for the entire game. The entire game. That lasts until the last level.
Right. Okay, that's kind of like he's getting ready to fire kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it's like he's firing, but this is the firing one.
Oh, that is the actual firing one itself. Yeah. Okay.
Here's the idle animation for the last one.
Right. So if they have different weapons and different gear, you got to change the idle animation a little bit, right?
Yeah, like mostly if they have a different gun, I would change it.
Yeah. So how long did it take you to learn how to do animation for this?
decent amount of time.
It was
Like
hard.
I'd
There was
say,
some hard stuff, right?
yeah, like at least like 3 hours at least.
Yeah. For the idle animation, that wasn't too hard though, right?
Not that hard. Well, I mean, that was probably the hardest one to do
Really?
since yeah, just to figure out how to add the gun so that animates, like you can animate with the gun. Yeah, that's why the idle animation was longest.
Okay.
But the firing animation was pretty hard to make. So here's the firing animation.
Right. And so you could see the gun recoiling a little bit there. Now, will there be some sort of effect that'll eventually go on there, like some sort of
Yeah,
muzzle flash or something like that? So you. Okay, got it.
yeah. So here's Sniper. The sniper has his idle animation here.
Yep. Okay, there he is, scoping it out. Yeah.
And his attack animation.
Okay, so that's when he actually touches off his rounds. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
You get the recoil. Try not to
Here's
poke himself in
Grenader.
the eye with the scope.
Yeah. So this one's Grenader. And then here
Okay.
his.
Yep, your grenadier. Yeah. Okay, and there's his upgrade. Yeah.
Theoretically, if for idle animations, you can just have the same idle animation, but just change the pose for each one.
Yeah. Is that what you ended up doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that probably.
Okay.
Here's one of my favorite towers, Saboteur or Sabotager. We're gonna call it Sabotager, but yeah, this is the actual name from the game Dummies vs Noobs, which is this game's based off of. He's called Saboteur,
Uh-huh.
but we're calling him Sabotager since
Right.
we for some reason used to think that was his name. But so here's his idle animation. Yeah, so you can see he has some M1 911s, but he in the actual game he has pretty sure he has a pistol with a suppressor on it. Yeah, this right here.
Right. Now,
Yeah,
from where did you get all these weapons models?
pretty sure I just found this on the asset store. They
Okay.
just had
Yeah.
all of this here.
So if you're a Roblox game developer, you can go to the asset stores and there's pre-made models that you can use for things, right?
Yeah, just if you're actually gonna use this in a game, I would just recommend saying that like you didn't make these models, most of these models, anyways.
Yeah. So throughout this, we should distinguish ones you've made and ones you've gotten from the store,
Yeah, like
right?
for example, the only thing that's actually from the asset store is the actual noob and his accessories. I made all
Right.
the rest of these.
Cool.
Yeah, but going back to the animations.
Yeah, let's do that.
So Saboteur is the last one I made for gun animation shooting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he has this. And then Cloaker. He just is on idle pose. And then here's the Scottish Bugler. If you're wondering, Scottish Bugler is like, if you play Tower Blitz, the Bugler, he like uses his drums to boost towers.
Uh-huh.
And if you play TDS Commander, he used the Call of Arms to boost towers. This is pretty much just like this, except it has another ability called Fear. So whenever it uses the bagpipe, it does the fear on the enemies. They get stunned for a bit. Like it's kind of like a stun. Like they just stop moving and then they get slowed for some time.
That is
So
so
just
cool.
just a better version of of Bugler
And why is that so cool for us in particular?
because we're Scottish.
Yeah, we have the Scot in us, right? And so, look, so instead of having a drummer or a bugler, Kaachee was cool enough to put a bagpiper in there and stuff. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, because one of the effects that bagpipes are supposed to have in the military is when you have a couple hundred bagpipes and drums going off, it's supposed to sound like the apocalypse, like the end of the world.
Yeah.
That's the thing, when you hear that wow, that the drones and stuff, it's supposed to strike fear and terror in the enemy and stuff. And so, Kaachee used that in his dummy defense game, which is just cool to no end. Anyways, please continue, son.
Yeah, so this is the engineer. So these are all the manpower. So you use manpower to get these towers. And
Right.
manpower is like if you play like TDS, there's like gems and coins, or I forgot what it's called. Like I'm pretty sure it's coins, but you use coins to get pretty much most of the towers, but you use gems to get the good towers.
Uh-huh.
So pretty much manpower is just the coins in this case.
Okay.
And infantry, he's just free. He's your starter tower. And over here, usually in most games, they have level towers where you get to a certain level, you get a tower.
Uh-huh.
So these are all these are all the towers. So level 10 you get engineer, uh level 25 you get shielder, level 50 jetpacker, level 75 gunner. So these are all the idle animations. And if you're wondering, yes, engineer has engineer's wrench from TF2.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
Shielder, he has the shotgun and shield. And jetpacker, he has a jetpacker. He has a jetpack. Well, no, he has a jetpack. He does have a jetpack, but he also has a rocket launcher.
Yeah. Oh, cool. All right.
And gunner, he has the machine gun
Oh, it's got the
and a
bipod
gigantic
on it.
backpack.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And he also has the ammo
Ammunition
vest.
belt. Yeah.
And all of these over here, I haven't finished yet, but almost. These are like the gem type towers. We're gonna call it supplies.
Okay.
So these are all the bosses from the original Dummies vs. Noobs game. So if you're wondering, yeah, these are the idle animations. This is not the right one. This one.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, so this is Daedalus. Yeah, in Dummies vs. Noobs, they named a lot of the bosses after like, gods from mostly Greek, but also other gods from other cultures. Yeah, so Daedalus is from the Greek mythology, and he's probably gonna be like one of the best since he's like the hardest boss in Dummies vs. Noobs.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you didn't know and you haven't played Dummies vs. Noobs, um, Daedalus comes on wave 3. He has a chance. He's one of the bosses who comes on wave 3. And also the last wave. But what he does is he appears out the ground and he can one-shot you. And he targets all the players that are by themselves. So he goes for you, like if you're just, like for example, on a mountain, everyone's on the actual ground. He's gonna target you because you're gonna be the only one on the mountain. So,
Now
and
we've
then you
played.
die.
Sorry, son. We've played that on Kaachee Time before.
Yeah.
So
And now for the guy who caused me a lot of pain to animate. This guy, Tempest. If you're wondering why this guy caused me so much pain, is because, if you look inside of here, go to his Tempest set. I had to go through all these parts and name them all different things.
all right.
There is 117 parts in this. And just the gun itself has 117 parts, and I had to go in and name those all separately from each other.
Oh, son.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world of game development, viewers. This is what game developers go through.
Yeah, because Roblox does not, it really hates it when you don't animate, when you don't have all parts inside of the model separately named.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So in
or else
order
they just won't let you animate at all.
So in order to move that gun all together, you have to move all the parts together, right?
Yeah, they all have to be named something else, and then you have to
Right.
rig it to, the arm and stuff.
Right. So
And
that
I'll show
gun
you that
model.
later.
Yeah, sorry. That gun model is made of 117 parts, right?
Yeah, and that's just the gun, not even the backpack. The
Yeah.
backpack's not that much, but still, that's just the gun alone. And also here's Flushier. I'm saying that right?
I think so.
Yeah, this guy still has the old animation. Yeah, the when you start getting to this point, they have the old animations
Okay, are you
that
going to
I made.
update those or leave those where they're at for animations?
I'm gonna replace those later, but that's
Yeah.
not right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even animate him, so.
Not yet. Yeah.
Also, these guys' walking animations took so long.
I remember you struggling with this, right?
Yeah, so these are if you didn't know, these are the units. So if you play tower defense games like Tower Blitz, TDS, Tower Battles, there's like usually unit spawning bases. They're mostly bases. So like recon base spawns the operative, school, ballistic finality, missile trucks, all those. They spawn units, and so we have that, but it's noobs base, and I haven't made that in the actual game yet, but I do have a model for it. So like
Okay.
it's like in Obby. It's not in this.
Right. Yeah, we are not in Obby Creator like we normally were for a lot of these like earlier designs. So we're actually in
Yeah,
Roblox Studio right now. If those of you don't recognize that,
yeah, Roblox. Yeah, all of the concepts for this game was made in Obby Creator.
right?
Yeah, so this is his walking animation.
Yeah, that took a while, right? That was
Yeah,
hard to
just
do.
to make his legs actually look like they're walking was pretty hard.
Yeah.
Because I had to go like onto a video of Tower Blitz, look at the operative from recon base, and like slow it down, like super slow, and then I tried to recreate that with legs, and that took way too long.
Yeah, because I think for a YouTube video, I think the slowest you can do it is like 25%, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And what would
and
have
this
been
guy
really
also has
handy
it.
would be to have it like you know, be able to download the video so you could run it frame by frame. You could see it better, but you did it though, son.
Yes, this is the other scout. Yeah, the units that are like humans, like that are just the humans. They're not like in a tank or something.
Mm-hmm.
They're called the scouts. So these guys are the scouts. Then if you're wondering why they are separated from all the other guys, is because these are a challenge. So you have to do a challenge to get these guys.
Oh, okay, cool.
And this section over here, these are all the admins. So I'm here. Tezivu here. Tezivu's here. You probably know Tezivu by this point. He's he's always almost all the time on the stream. So
Yeah, so we usually game with Tezivu and we have him on here as a guest, but he's like a recurring guest all the time. So
hmm yeah, since he's like my childhood friend. So
yeah.
yeah, but
And who else?
TZ Lando, he's like I think I've been friends with him for 1 year now.
And TZ Lando has played with us in Kaachee Time a number of times too.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so he's also one of the devs. If you're wondering what he does, he creates all he creates all the ideas. He's like the idea guy. And if you're wondering what Tezivu does, he's the actual owner of the game. And he also helps me with some of the ideas. Yeah, I'm not the owner, but I'm the one who came up with the idea, does the scripting, does almost all the modeling, does all the animations, and most of the music.
Got you the man. Okay.
And A_random guy, he's gonna do the maps and maybe some modeling and concepts.
Cool.
Yeah. And A_random guy, we've been friends with him for 3 months, I think. Yeah, so he's also here.
It's a dummy defense at mid team.
Yeah.
So
And
cool,
this
son.
over here is the your average DJ. Yeah. If you're wondering why it's called your average DJ, it's because there's this guy on YouTube called Your Average Noob. So we're friends with him too, and we decided to make him a tower. So he's the DJ now. So this is what his actual avatar looks like right here. So he starts out with a little cardboard.
A little cardboard mat. Yep.
Yeah, like a cardboard mat, yeah. And a boombox and a laptop.
Yeah, cool.
So then second level he gets some gloves and he gets some gloves and another boombox. The next level he gets a mixing board and he gets a little stand. Oh, whoops. Some lights and pretty sure it's just the same boom boxes.
I got
And then
two
here's the
turntables and a
max levels.
microphone.
Yeah, there's the max levels where he gets like two of those stand lights. I forgot what they're called.
Yeah, yeah,
And he
spotlights. Yeah.
and he gets like a base plate. He gets a bigger desk. His thing is still the same. And he gets another set. Like it's like a speaker, like tiny little speakers up
Mhm.
here. And the animation's also done with this one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Then
there he is. Yeah.
we
All right.
go over here to. I haven't finished this yet. This is still work. This is a work in progress. But so this is the gun shop man. I honestly don't know what to call this.
Gunsmith, son. Gunsmith.
Gunsmith, yeah. Yeah. So he's gonna be like the farm of the game, and I changed what his thing looks like, but I changed what he looks like, but he still has the same concept of the original. If you're wondering what the original was, it was just a guy who sells guns, and it was called the Me Wen Shop because I couldn't think of a name at that time, so you just decided to roll with it. But yeah, he had a shop, got a sign, then got a mall, then got a factory. So this is kind of gonna be the same where he gets like a little shop here, and then next he's gonna have a factory. So first he starts off with like just a rusty little floor, a gun, a
Yeah.
blueprint, cardboard box with a laptop so he can actually sell stuff, and a box full of springs,
Look at this. Yeah, his
cogs,
spare parts and stuff. Yep.
and bullets, and he has a wrench. And then here's his actual. I don't know if I animated this yet. No, I haven't. Yeah, here's his actual pose.
Uh huh.
Then over here, his upgrade. He gets an upgrade where he gets a flamethrower on there. Another blueprint. There's less Concord metal, so it's like less rusty. He has a helium tank. He has a helium tank on the floor. Instead of having a cardboard box, he now has a little stool. And then the next
Son,
level,
excuse me. Why does he have the helium tank?
because he made the flamethrower,
Oh,
so
okay.
then it will actually works.
Okay, that's not helium though in there, but gas tank. Yeah.
Oh yeah, gas
Yeah.
tank. Yeah. Then this is the next one where he gets like a little garage.
Yeah. Now he's got
And
a
he pretty
shop,
much-
right? Yeah.
Yeah, he got a little garage shop, and there's no rust on it at all.
Yep.
And he still has the same stuff, but it's all like arranged,
Mhm.
so it's more neat. And I haven't done anything else with this recently.
Okay. Before we move on, let me just give Shut Mountain is in the house. Woo! Welcome, Shut. Gave him a little shout out there, so please go check out fellow buffoon Shut Mountain, our moderator and friend. Whenever you get a chance, you will not be disappointed. Do yourself a favor. All right, son, you can continue. What's next?
Okay. So I have so usually there's events in tower defense games, and they usually have spring events, but since I'm Irish, and like the St. Patrick's Day and the spring are like really close together. I'm pretty sure St. Patrick's Day was made for spring, right?
Yeah, it does coincide with the equinox. Yeah,
Yeah, so instead of spring event, we're doing St. Patrick's Day event.
yeah. Very cool, son.
Yeah. So these are some. I just really quickly did this. Like I was just working on this really like just for a bit. But these are some event skins for the game. So Saboteur has the pistol that the why did I forget? The pistol that the Irish use most of the time.
Okay.
I forgot what this model was called, but yeah, I think yeah. And there's the Irish infantry. He has the AUG,
Okay. Cool.
which apparently is Ireland's like most used gun.
Yeah.
And Cloaker has the medieval Ireland, so he has the great sword with the chainmail armor, the
That
cape.
looks cool, son.
Yeah, and that's mostly all the stuff I've done in this.
You boys have put so much work into this. It really is
I don't know
incredible, son.
why.
I'm very, very proud of you. How's things going? This is looking great, Kaachee. Thank you so much, Shut. So,
Okay.
Kaachee, you've been taking classes on ID Tech, right? To learn some of
Yeah.
the programming for this and some of the scripting. And so sometimes, we started out with a really great teacher. Then we had a couple of teachers who were kind of so-so in the middle. They weren't that helpful. But now you're with another really good teacher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so helpful.
Oh God. So this is an actual match. This is a match of dummy defense.
All right, so this is the map and the environment, right?
Yeah. So we press play.
Yeah, let's see it run. Also, can you run this in F11 so it's full screen?
So you can place infantry.
Okay, there you go.
And you can click on this to open the GUI. And also now you can tell if this is now the game can tell if this is your tower or not. So we have the waves all done, so I can just add all the waves if I want to right now, but I'm not gonna do that yet. Towers can have stats now and animations, and you can place towers. You can't move them. You can open the upgrade menu,
Mm-hmm.
but that's all I've done so far. So
Really cool. Really cool.
yeah, so if you want to know, this is just the script for the tower right here. So pretty much, this entire part right here, where I highlighted, is just the range and it's the range and how it can detect if an enemy's near. So this just shows the range and so this right here just says the range, and all the rest of it is detecting if it's an enemy or not.
Right.
Yeah, so I can change this range if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're wondering what this is its cooldown, so it's 0.85, so I can change that if I needed to. And this part right here tells them to do this amount of damage to this enemy. So I can change this stat to whatever I want. But I'm just gonna keep that as 3 still.
Yep.
And this over here, this is all for. This is to place towers, to detect if the person owns the tower, to upgrading towers as well. That's what's gonna happen next, and that's all it does right now.
Now, when we were demonstrating how the game actually runs there in that simulation back there, the characters, the towers themselves may have looked like they were really, really tiny, but that's just for the developer. It's just that you as a developer, your avatar looks bigger than everybody else's, just so you can sort it out, right? And so when you actually play
They're
that,
gonna be like that for everyone.
yeah, but that's right. So they're not. Yeah, so when you play the game, will you be the size of your avatar right there?
Yeah.
And that everybody else will be small like that? All the other characters?
Yeah, all the towers will be small, but you yourself and everyone else, all the players will be my size right now.
Right. And that's how you distinguish yourself from the other characters in the game, right?
Yeah, and we got past, but it's fine. Because HP doesn't work yet, so.
Yeah. Still tweaking
Oh,
things.
well, also, yeah, but waypoints do work, so they can go around the entire map, if they don't die.
Right. And so is that what that animation is? Are they dying there and falling down and
Yeah, when all their body parts just fall on the floor, that means they're dead.
Okay. So your
Yeah,
dude that
but
you placed in front of there was shooting them, right?
yeah.
Okay.
But also, if I open, um, we can disable this. Again, this is so small. Just get this second. We can make this invisible, visible, and this is so when you upgrade your infantry, it'll show this.
Right. That's your GUI, right?
Yeah. But if you're wondering why it says you suck because you think it's thinking the description exists, because we can't think of a description.
All right. Maybe I'll help you with that.
Yeah, we might actually use this description for like every description on April Fools. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
yeah, and then this right here shows you what level it is and how much more it needs.
Right.
Also, this bullet sign means how much damage. This hourglass means how much cooldown, and like this radio signal is like how much range.
Cool. Cool. Yeah. So these kind of this is a typical kind of tower defense graphical interface, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They all, most of them look very similar to this kind of thing. Nice, son. Nice. Was that Guga in the background I heard there?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so reloading Roblox Studio.
I'm loading something else up.
Okay, cool. All right, so what are you showing us? What are you going to show us here?
The lobby.
Ah, yeah. Okay, cool.
Wait, a lot of stuff is happening right now.
Yeah. All righty.
What the?
It's all right. Just be patient, son. Just let it load because you've got a lot of things going on there.
Okay. Everything's just loading up. All right. Okay, we're in the lobby now. Just things are loading up.
Yeah, it's going to be a little janky right here until it loads up and smooths out.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to play it. Or on my end, I'm hearing music, but that's only because you guys can't hear.
Yeah, so we haven't worked that out yet. In fact, Shut, I may tap you on the shoulder there within the next day or two if you've got some time to help us deal with the feedback and the echoing. For some reason, I've lost the ability to do that. I don't know how. We set it up initially, and then when I changed my setup here and upgraded things, somehow that undid itself, and I can't figure out what it is. So we'll have to take a look at that if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, so this is a lobby where you're probably gonna where you're most likely gonna be almost all the time.
Right. So when you spawn in and you're waiting for matches, you're in here in this lobby environment. Yep.
Yeah, and if you wanna like buy towers, you'll go here.
Yep. Cool.
So this is your supplies. This is your manpower. This is your level 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says I'm level 0 because I haven't worked that out yet, but all the guys in the lobby have animations.
Yep.
So
some of the models you guys built here are amazing looking, son.
ooh, this is just a this is just a little Easter egg. That's Putis from TF2, Team Fortress 2.
Yeah. So there's
And
other
you can
game references here.
Yeah, there's Sandwich. This is I'm pretty sure. I forgot if this is exclusive to Heavy. But yeah, you can have the sandwich, and you can eat it. And it has a sound effect, but you can't. I don't think you guys can hear it. You can clip into here. Oh wait, I don't have shift lock on.
Okay, Shut. Yeah, I read that. Okay, cool. I might see if maybe Chris, the IT guy, can help us out with that, and if so, I'll pass it on to you guys.
So, this is, if you're wondering why this building exists, and there's stuff inside of it, unlike almost all of the buildings, it's because your camera will highly likely be like this, and there'll be a a GUI, and it'll show you matches that are on. You can join them, you can leave them, and create one, add modifiers, choose maps. Yeah, so you can do that, and this is what this room's for. So the camera will be right here.
Where did you get that tank model?
It was from Dummies vs Noobs.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
and let me see. You had to like animate different parts of that and stuff, right? I think.
not for this because it's not actually moving. Wait, why is my clipping not working?
Let me clip out of here.
If this doesn't work, I'll either restart or just go inspect. Okay,
There you go. Yeah.
Now we turn off shift lock because I can't sprint with it.
Okay, there you go.
There's also Gunner here. Okay, and also you can spectate, kind of like it's like a free cam.
Right.
Yeah, free cam.
Nice.
Yeah, this is Teddy Boo.
There's Tezzy, yeah.
Here's me with my 3DS. If you're wondering why I chose 3DS out of all things, because like it's like my favorite console.
Pretty much, yep.
Yeah, I used it a lot when I was little. Here's A_random guy. TZ's not in the lobby because he hasn't decided where he wants to go, what things he wants to do in here. So
Yeah. When he decides that, then we'll put him in here, right?
yeah, here's also medic in here. Here's a supplier with the truck.
Yep. Usually they call those guys quartermasters in the military.
Yeah. Here's the leaderboard.
Leaderboard.
Oh yeah, here's a meme. There's also the Me When Shop guy.
That's cool. So the lobby you gave people a lot to do while they're waiting, right?
Yeah. Banana.
Banana. Tracking if you're lurking there.
And medic giving you medicine.
Yeah, that's from
TF2.
Team Fortress, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, also, if you're wondering what this image is, it's TF2 ballin'.
Yep.
Yeah, and also this ice is slippery, so if you go onto it.
Here we go for the demo for the ice. Whoa!
Here's a little Easter egg.
So Shut Mountain's asking, wait, where's the Thunderhand gonna be?
Yeah. I might add that.
You're not under any obligation, son.
I might know a way to do that.
What?
Yeah, I can show you guys how to rig stuff. So like if you're wondering how I was able to animate people with like guns.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
like
that'd be
something.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so like if we just take engineer really quick. Take engineer. You have him here. Move real quick. Just choose a gun of your liking, like this AK. Take this AK. And position it how you want, like just any arm. Doesn't have to be exactly the right arm, but then you take this guy. Open him up. Go to your AK. Then you bring it and put it inside the engineer. Then you gotta own this thing called Light Rig. So it's called Edit Rig, and it's the Light Edition. So you take the right arm, put it with the anti-flash rifle, and then you press create joints, and there it works.
Now, those of you who may have some 3D modeling work, especially with meshes and whatnot in like Blender, for example, are familiar with this kind of thing. So rigging, skeletons, bones, stuff like that.
Yeah, but for some reason it's really hard to do this. I mean, I use Blender, so I know how it works, but it's
Yep.
really hard to do this in Roblox Studio. So yeah, so like you can just do some animation, like I want to do this guy. Can I do this guy? Okay, do that. Move his leg, and then go back to this. So like and you can just loop it. You can watch your animation work.
There it is.
And the gun can move. So I'll just show that really quick. Yeah, see, like that.
Right, right. So this animation, those of you who are familiar with animation techniques, it uses what's called tweening. So you have your first position, and then there's a path in your last position, and then the animation pretty much fills in everything in between. So
Yeah.
nice, Kaachee, nice.
So if you want to know, you can just do that.
Yep.
Yeah, there are all the other assets too. Yeah, these are the admins. For some reason, this guy this does not want to work.
And just remember, viewers, folks in chat, you can ask Kaachee questions too.
Yeah, like if you want to ask, yeah, I'll just if I can, I'll answer.
Hey, Grubster, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Oh yeah, there's this also the hall sweeper plane.
Yeah, that thing looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's more assets.
Now, the Hull Sweeper plane, will that have a animation as well? Like, will the rotor spin and stuff like that? What do you think?
It depends if we use that or not.
Yeah, all right. So right now it's just a scene prop, right?
Yeah, like I might animate these. I don't know if I'll use these planes for any towers, but I know I'll use this tank, this mech, and this platformer.
Yep.
And Strider too.
Boy, animating that platform is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, because
making those legs move the way they're articulated like that.
Yeah. It just one reason why a platformer is like one thing about platformer that makes it easier to kill in Dummies vs Noobs is because it's so slow because it has such tiny legs. Yeah, it's just thin legs, and it's carrying a gigantic barrel that shoots airstrikes. Like I mean that's probably why it walks so slow. It's like it's on thin legs, but it can shoot airstrikes. So yeah. And there's a lot of removed stuff from this game too. Like the medic was not even gonna be in the game, and it also has the squad medic, squad gunner. I would not like that to be in the game. The squad gunner, I mean gunner just by itself is already so good. Like it just shreds your HP. But squad gunner means it was gonna be in a squad, which means we would all be doomed.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and also there's squad infantry. That's not really going to be that good because there's a lot of infantries. That means mass damage. Also,
so are these things that you originally built that you were considering putting in and then you changed your mind, or?
Oh no, this is from the actual Dummies vs News game. This was cut.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and then Icarus. No, not Icarus. Paratrooper. I'm guessing he was gonna be an enemy who drops from this helicopter, and then he could go invisible.
Uh-huh.
And also there's also supplier. No, it's not saying supporter. I thought it was supporter, but its supplier, and I don't know what he was gonna do. Maybe like refill ammo on enemies? I'm not sure. There's also Icarus. I don't know what he was gonna do too. There's also Wall of Jericho. Is that how you say it?
Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho. Well,
Yeah.
Wall of Jericho. So he was gonna have a minigun,
Uh-huh.
and I was thinking he's gonna be a boss. And also Gaia was a scrap boss too. And I don't know what Gaia was gonna do. And Squad Officer, I also don't know what he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
There's also gonna be a squad strider, which means like multiple striders. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure those are almost all the scrapped enemies.
Just remember, viewers in the chat, you can also ask Kaachee questions if you have any questions about this. We'll do our best to answer. Get answers for you.
Also suggestions, also if you want.
Yeah, suggestions too. Yeah. Can't promise that we'll take you up on your suggestions, but they're always welcome. We always want to hear them. So.
Yeah. Wait, so what does your avatar look like again?
Mine?
Yeah.
I think I'm just a plain noob, right?
Just a noob?
Yeah.
Okay. You do that.
Oh, Kachi's going to add me in there. Okay, Shut Mountain asks, what is your projected release date? Mini Mountain was wondering. So Mini Mountain wants to know when you'll be able to play, when people will be able to play.
I would say at least when we get one game mode done and you can get XP, you can buy towers. So pretty much when you can pretty much just be able to play the game.
Right. So they're kind of looking for a date. So do you think that'll be like before Taiwan or after?
It kind of depends. Like I don't really know how much will get done before then, so
Yeah, because you're still trying to figure out how to do a lot of this stuff, right?
yeah.
Right. Do you think it'll be done by the end of this year, ready to play?
I would say at least a lot will be done by the end of this year. I don't think it's guaranteed that it'll be done, but I think highly likely it will be. At least done by close to the end of the year.
And again, you can go into our Discord and to check up on progress on that and the Kaachee Time channel. And there's the invite. So, Kaachee, one of the things you might want to consider is for the Kaachee Time channel on the Discord to just post updates every now and then. Progress, like, in Dummy Defense, we achieved this. We got all the animations done. And then next, when you accomplish the next thing, put that in there too. And also, it's cool to look back on that and see your progress too. So.
Yeah. Okay, so.
And then Shut Mountain is advising, remember to over-project your date because things will always need tweaking and during the testing phases. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I think that's why you're having trouble nailing down a date, right? Because you're probably thinking about that, right, Kaachee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sound advice, though.
Okay, what color should the text be? Like on yours? Because because like if it's just a noob, no one's gonna get the reference. So.
Green.
Okay. Yeah, where you want it on like your chest, like a small message on your chest, or just on your entire body?
The chest, right? It depends. Yeah, I think it can fit, right? What do you plan on typing on there for a message?
What type of green?
I think a dark green would be the best, right? Yeah, like down there.
Can't scale this. There. That's it 84? No, that's it 64.
They better say 64. You're going to make me 20 years younger?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, let me get this. Get
Yeah, the
this.
H isn't capitalized there. The second H.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me change that then.
You know, and son, when you start streaming this on your own, or maybe even before that, when we're streaming for Kaachee Time, that might be a redeem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like a super high amount of channel points or like a donation or something like that, you could put a character, you could put the viewer's character in here, maybe, right?
Hey.
Yeah, might be something to think about.
I'll just test.
Hey, you want to see if they have a bass guitar model?
Okay.
See if you can stick that in there.
If there isn't, I'll just make one.
So yeah, on that front, we've been making some great progress for music and stuff.
Which one?
Yeah. I can't quite see that because my screen is it's pretty small on my screen. I think I see one that says bass guitar there.
There's multiple that says bass guitar like this.
Yeah, that one's fine. Sure.
Okay. Let me look at this. Where is this? Wow. Okay, here. Alright. Oh.
Go, Kaachee, go. Look at that.
Should I rig it to both arms or just one arm? Or torso?
Not really sure. Maybe you can take the right hand and move it in front.
Like, which way is it again? Like, which one do you use your? Which hand do you use for like putting on the frets?
Yeah, that would be left hand. But I
Yeah,
don't know
this
if you
one.
can bend the arm like that, right?
Yeah, I don't think I can bend it like that, but I know it'll look like it's actually realistic.
Yeah, and so I don't know. Maybe that's good enough like that, right? Maybe it doesn't have to look like I'm playing it specifically, right?
You're just holding it.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Where is?
Maybe if you took the left arm and you angled it upwards a little bit, but then moved it back, kind of like you do with the legs when you do the animation, you can get like the end of that arm rectangle near the. I think you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, kind of like that. That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Like that?
Yeah, maybe that's good enough, right? And then you might be able to do a similar thing with the right hand to pick it up, move it in front a little bit, but not so much that it blocks out the base so you can't see what it is. Yeah, that looks good, son.
So which hand? What hand would you mostly likely be looking at?
Son, I've been playing long enough where I don't need to look at my hands anymore. So I would be like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Shut Mountain looks perfect to me. Looks perfect to me too. I like it.
Then you want to be playing it or just like in an idle pose?
I guess playing it wouldn't be too bad. And if that were the case, I'd be more, my legs would be more like in a horse stance kind of pose.
Okay. Let me just first do it with let me just first do it with the how would I rig this?
You're not going to try to animate that, are you?
I'm animating it.
Wow. Well, we could do that off camera and you can make a GIF of it because we're at 5 more minutes in the stream.
Alright, I think I know how to do this.
All right. Yeah, because actually the base itself doesn't have to move that much, son. Hype!
So then, okay, yeah, I know why. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
That looks pretty cool.
Let's just name this. What's the name for this?
This is cool. So you're getting a little bit of a tutorial here on rigging and animating, which I think this is really cool because I don't think, that there's enough folks showing this kind of stuff off. Go, Kaachee, go. Look at that, man.
Okay, let me just go to Gunner really quick. Give me your script.
Right, so this saves a lot of scripting time. When you have a script that you already know, you can just copy and paste that.
Yeah. Then press play.
Dummy defense.
Just wait for everything to load in.
Right.
Oh yeah, well I think I know. I forgot to do something, but yeah, because I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, you can push them around.
So you forget to, son.
I forgot to.
Yeah, nobody pushes me around, son.
Yeah, plus I wouldn't do that for like any of the towers. We go to the humanoid part. So yeah, if you're wondering how you anchor, like if you want to animate something and you anchor it, it says, oh, you can't do that. But if you want them to be anchored, you have to anchor the humanoid root part. So you have to anchor this right here.
I have a humanoid root.
Yeah, if you want to be able to animate, you have to have the humanoid root part, or else it just won't work at all.
Awesome.
Conveniently, this song has a bass in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they all do, but this one has a really good one. Nice and prominent.
You can hear it?
Oh, you mean yeah, we can't hear your desktop, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the Epidemic sound tune that's playing right now. Conquerors of Space by Jerry Lacey.
Like, this just has bass, a keyboard. This just has bass, keyboard, and some, some just ambient sound in the background.
I wonder if we could attach an MP3. Like, I could play something on my bass, and we could use that MP3. Could you do something like that? I think so, right?
Yeah.
Maybe when I start recording, I can do something like that, and that could be like an update feature or something like that. Yeah. Maybe like every so often I could put a new song on there, right?
Yeah. If you're wondering what this hat is and what it's supposed to reference, there's this admin in Tower Blitz, and then of course if you play Evade, you're obviously gonna know who this guy is. His name's Bobo. He's like one of the admins for Tower Blitz and Evade. I just put a little reference in since like Tower Blitz has a huge we reference the Dummy Defense is inspired by Tower Blitz like a lot. Like there's a lot of features like Tower Blitz in this game. So
in fact, that's one of the reasons why you made this game, right? Is because they stopped updating Tower Defense, right?
The Tower Blitz is getting updates again, but it's like they're still getting updates, but it's really not that often. So yeah, so this is Bobo's hat.
Okay, son, we are at time, but we can go over a little bit if there's some more things that you want to show off.
Yeah, there's really nothing else to show here.
Alrighty. So would you like to wrap this up at this point?
Sure.
Alrighty, cool. I'm going to switch over to the camp scene.
Because I don't remember anything else that should be in here.
Not yet, anyway, but maybe we'll catch that on another Kaachee Time.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I'm going to switch over to my camp scene over here. Nothing left to see, folks.
Also,
you don't have to go
yeah,
home,
also,
you can stay here. Yes, Kaachee, sorry.
Okay, yeah, one thing I forgot to say was, I had like a stone statue at the very middle, and if you're wondering how I was able to make that concrete and not and like a different material, is because it's not an actual, like it's not an actual humanoid. It's just a model of a human that I have for some reason, like of a noob.
Oh, okay, yeah. So in order to make that thing, yeah, that's how you can apply that material to it, right? Because
yeah, you have to actually just build it up. You just have to build it.
Ah, the clever tricks. The clever tricks, son. Did you know that right from the beginning when you were trying to do that, or was that something you had to figure out?
I had to figure out, but it was like only like a couple minutes.
Okay, all right.
And plus, I already had that model saved, so.
Alrighty, I think with that, son, we're going to wrap things up and we're going to raid out if we can. Yeah, I think I saw a message earlier that Nebula was raiding today. Let's see if she is raiding. I meant streaming. See if I can find her on here.
All right, I'm gonna go play with Stezzy now.
Alrighty, so I'll mute you out and you can log off, okay?
Actually, yeah, I'll go into the room first.
Okay, cool. All right, looks like Kumakwa is streaming, so I'm gonna go raid him instead. Alrighty, so yeah, come on in, son. Son, you can come in.
It's locked.
Oh. I know I closed it. Okay, so let me set up the raid here for our good friend Kumakwa. We were just playing online with Kumakwa and his group with his kiddo Torin, and Michelle is not okay, and Kaachee and myself, we were playing Totally Accurate Battlegrounds in Steam. Yeah, it was pretty cool. We all sucked at it. But it was the first time we all played it together, so it was fun. Kaachee, you did an awesome job. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Shut. Alrighty, so let us do the raid message. There we go. Thunderhand, boom, shakalaka. So you can copy and paste that into the chat if you would care to join us along with our raid of Kumakwa. And I suggest you do, even if you don't have a lot of time to stick around, maybe just drop in, say hi, and if you feel so inclined, drop a follow and maybe even a sub. That would be super, super cool. Kumakwa was a lot of fun. Family-friendly viewers, sometimes there is a little mature language there, so I just want to give you guys the heads up there. And let me see. Before we raid over, I just want to remind everybody that we do the stream every Sunday from 4 to 6. This is a Kaachee Time stream. And our next stream will be Wednesday. That will be from noon to 2, and that will be Generations. We should be doing some Baby Zombie Rush design in creative mode for that. Finishing up the anvil, the reign of anvils on there. And that's pretty much going to finish up quite a few things on Baby Zombie Rush, and then we're going to start constructing that and inviting our first person on there to first participant on there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Baby Zombie Rush is almost ready to go, people. And then our subsequent stream after that will be Friday. That will be 3 to 5. That will be Buffooncraft on the Buffooncraft SMP. And we're working on the lightning effect around the hand and the portal and all that stuff that's going to go with that. And hopefully we can finish that before the 1.20 update comes out and the season ends. So, all right. With all of that said, let us raid out to Kumakwa. There we go. The old Poto himself. And thank you, everybody, for dropping by today, especially Shot Mountain. Appreciate it, sir. And we'll see you all next time. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, your evening, your morning, wherever you happen to be. Raiding out to Kamakwa now. This guy right here.
Yeah, by the way, the sandwich, you know how in the sandwich you could get the sandwich.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I said
Sandwich,
sandwich.
yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's actually called sandwich.
Yeah, that's how they pronounce their W's, right?
Yeah, it's in Russia.
Alrighty.